Coach C. Vivian Stringer, and we'll open it up to questions.
Kina, what happened to you in the second half? Yeah.
I guess I really wanted this win. Something from deep down pushed me through, but I just turned it on, I guess.
Take us through the last play at the end of regulation. I know you only made the one free throw, but, I mean, you were certainly intent on getting to the basket.
Right, because the girl, she had played me, towards the screen, and I recognized the advantage, so I just tried to drive and make something could happen.
How about you, Benijah, in overtime? I guess that was kind of your time. You scored the first 6. Did you same thing? I mean, kind of just get a hot hand there? Or?
Yeah, it was just really trying to focus on doing what I had to do to make sure we won. Just executing the plays, and that was about it.
Did you two have a good thing going? I mean, it seemed like she set up a lot of your baskets. I mean, I imagine there was a good rhythm between you two.
Yeah, that's just something we focus on in practice, just everybody being able to play off of each other with each other, and that's what we did.
Shakina, could you just talk about what running the point? I mean, Coach Stringer has a reputation for being tough on point guards, and, she was waiting for someone to kind of separate. Could you just talk about kind of taking over and maybe feeling more comfortable in that role?
I guess from seeing the game at the two-guard perspective, you get a lot more respect at the point guard. And, I'm just becoming more comfortable and with the system and making plays and thinking it through.
Coach, with all the size this team has, what gave you the confidence to stick with small ball for the whole game?
You noticed that they were shooting at the three-point range, right? And then they started isolating. The way that Villanova plays offense is different from any other team in the country. Because generally once it starts, only if there's a breakdown and players just play off of each other do they go. But his numbers is telling you halfway through what he's isolating, like a 35 or whatever. But long story short is he can see where the weaknesses are when you're playing man-to-man defense. And he right away isolated those. And that's when they started taking those drives. And we couldn't control it because if we came off, then you had great shooters that were out there. I thought that if we went with all the little people, that we would be able to more quickly move and be able to switch as we needed to and to be much more effective. And I think individually, I was sharing with Kina, I've just become much more comfortable with the decisions that she's going to make. And it's been showing up, at least on my part of it, to see it for the last couple of weeks. And it was good to see the kind of game that she had at Marquette. It's not about the scoring, it's about the decisions, seeing and recognizing who needs to have it, what's the situation. If you notice, we did a lot of isolations, like post-up things. We were doing drives. So those were specifically called. But those can only happen when the people who are being posted up, i.e., let's say Benijah, or the people who are taking the drives, which was Kina, can make the adjustments when things change. And so what we were pleased about was that there were a lot of young people. There were freshmen, sophomores, one senior that was out there when the game counted. So, as Bree said, the future looks bright. So it's good for us to begin to put it together, and no time like the present. So,
Coach, was that the best point guard play you've had since Khadijah left?
That's probably true. Or let's say Marquette, because they were phenomenal. It was just brilliant. And the thing about it is, anyway you take it, we're just young. And you have to understand what it is that you're trying to get, and then you can deviate from that. And we have to do it enough times that we're comfortable with that. But I was real pleased with the way we played.
What Shakina, could you just talk about the overtime? Did you kind of feel like you were in that zone, if you will?
Yes, exactly. When you get into overtime, that's more of a will pushing through. Who wants it more. And, we got gritty and got hungry and really stepped it up on the defensive side. And that's what the outcome was us for winning.
Well, I guess I was asking about you. Did you kind of feel it, running the offense and everything, finding Benijah and everything, with those passes in the lane and tight quarters?
Yeah, I was feeling it. I just knew if I attacked, they would have to come up and help play, and that's how the dishes was being open.
Benijah, most of your offense was in the paint. I mean, you're kind of versatile. You take a lot of jumpers, but tell me a little bit about posting up, and it seemed like you were backing some people down, playing, bigger than like a wing.
I mean,
Something you're more comfortable with now?
yeah, I am comfortable being versatile. It was just what we needed at the time because we had smaller guards. So that means that me being one of the biggest ones out there, I had to be the one to go to the inside, and I had to be able to execute from inside.
Any other questions?
Well, Benijah, could you talk about Shakina, running the point and, particularly in overtime and kind of finding you?
I think she did an excellent job. She saw the opening, she got there, she dished it off to where it needed to be. To where it needed to be, and that's how we were able to kick it up and score and come out with the win.
Coach, have a perspective on the win. I mean, you can make a case that's probably unless maybe Miami, but other than that, your best win of the season. That's a team that's probably going to the NCAA tournament. How badly did you guys need a win of that caliber?
I don't even know how you express it. It was real bad. I told you, I was telling them that in the opera, there's always a fat lady that sings at the end. And she's been humming. And she's been warming her voice up and getting ready to go. So we've heard the voice, but I do feel that we're turning a corner. And, it's extremely important that you are hot as you go down, as you get down to this part of the season. And hopefully we haven't lost too many games that's going to disqualify us, because I think that we're going to have to do it again, because as I was sharing with us, I could see it, I felt it in practice. I really did. I thought that we demonstrated that in Marquette. We were wondering if this is a one-hit wonder, what did we play, but they played like champions at Marquette. They found a way to win. I thought that they did today, and it was significant, even that it was, keep in mind that SEN Kina, because it depends on what play is being run, who's doing what. So they flex from a 1 to a 2 to 3, which we do require a great deal of versatility. So, yeah, it was huge, and we just need to get better, not see our competition, but see ourselves getting better, and hopefully we, catch some breaks and take care of things on the Big East, and get the invite that we've been looking for.
Well, maybe could you talk about the team bouncing back from that Seton Hall loss? I know that was a tough one to take, and then bouncing back with 2 big wins here.
You should. I would be anxious to hear what they had to say about that.
Shakina?
Repeat it, please.
Could you talk about the team bouncing back from that Seton Hall loss? I know that one had to sting a little bit.
Yeah, it's just all about how you rebound from that. We can only go forward. So, we try to, forget what happened in the past and keep moving. Can't take it back now. You just got to grow from it.
Well, how about you, Benijah?
Yeah, off what Keenan said, we didn't dwell on it. We just kept moving forward. The next day in practice, we weren't thinking about that. We were thinking about the upcoming game, and that's what we have to continue to do if we want to win. Not focus on the past, just continue to keep going and focus on what we have ahead of us.
Any other questions?
Benijah, in the first half, the team made only about a quarter of its layups until you started carrying the load. So what do you attest to your improvement in that regard as the game went on?
Just focusing, knowing that if I don't make it, we don't get points, we don't win. So that was it.
Any other questions for the ladies? Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.